New South Wales Ambulance responds to a staggering 1.2 million incidents each year.
Someone's been shot.
We've had a dog fight and my dad is losing blood.
We take you from the heart of Sydney's control centre to the paramedics on the front line.
This isn't a game at all. These are people's lives.
Tonight,
Let go, mate. Let go.
a race to the hospital where every second counts.
They'll offer us what we call a green light corridor. So we shouldn't hit a red light the whole way.
What do you want? You go.
Can you talk to me nicely?
A difficult extraction.
Come on. Go.
And
Got a hard head then.
the unbreakable twosome.
How many years married have you been?
67.
What's the secret?
We're married.
It's the start of a day shift, and Sydney's control centre is running at full capacity.
Good morning to Haberfield Station, 7:45 started. You on the air?
Bracing for the day ahead, there are 35 full-time call takers and 6 trainees managed by supervisors.
Oh, it's just, I don't know, I've got the bad juju today. I don't want it. Send it away.
Already, the phones are running hot.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
As panicked callers dial in from all over Sydney.
So you're feeling panicked and you're having heart palpitations?
It's urgent, please. It's urgent.
We're trained to stay calm so that we can help them the best.
I know she's been I know her, the mum would be panicked, but she needs to try and stay calm for her daughter, okay? Okay, you really need to tell her to calm down, okay? Because it's not helping anybody.
At Kogarah in Sydney's south, intensive care paramedic Paul and partner Jamie have just begun their day shift.
Actually, I don't know how I'm going to survive without my mum. When I move out, she does my laundry, does the ironing for me. She'll pack my lunch.
It's time for you to grow up, right?
The most important people in my life are my mum and dad. They wanted me to become a doctor or a lawyer, but the weekend before my first HSC exam, I came across the old ambulance show, Recruits, and ended up binge watching every single episode instead of studying for my exams. And after watching that, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And here I am now. If she wants to have me back, I'll come back.
You'll be one of the
I know. I feel like once I go...
adult/kids that move out of home, but then also bring their washing home and ironing. I'm really busy at the moment with my 5 days off. Can you do my ironing for me? It's a bit confronting to hit the 50 mark, but there's been a lot of water under the bridge. I had a background in the Army, and that provided me initially with this sense of having to have a fast-paced, a bit of adrenaline rush in my job, and that's what I enjoy.
I might need a third coffee today.
Oh, I'm up for coffee, don't worry.
Fifth, you're 6?
I'm very...
You're 6 and 7?
I'm very caffeine tolerant.
Ambulance emergency, what town or suburb?
At Sydney's control centre, a call comes in about a fire in an apartment. A neighbour has rescued a woman from the blaze.
So she's on fire?
Yeah, but we can't go down.
Okay, so just confirming. So where is she at the moment?
She's in the house now.
Okay, so just tell her to stop running around. Get her to stay somewhere comfortable. I'm organising help now.
It's a 50-year-old female who has burns to her back, face and head, also to her hands and her neck.
Paul and Jamie are only 5 minutes away from the scene. With burns injuries, every second counts.
Go to the 1A at Ultimo.
Police, fire and rescue are on their way, and a medical team with a doctor is en route in a rescue helicopter.
Caller states patient's head was on fire and possible apartment on fire, significant facial burns. Now police on scene. So some high flow O2, airway assessment, line, analgesia, but treatment of any facial burns as well with fluid. And take the bed straight to her or bring her to the bed. I might look at bringing her to the bed if she's up and walking now. Shut the doors up. Okay, all right. What's happened? Hello there.
Okay, we just put a cold towel on her.
Okay. Have we got a hose there still?
I don't know. You got a hose?
We got a hose there or not?
Hose there.
Active cooling with running water is the recommended first line of treatment for thermal burns.
You're going to get wet, love. I'm so sorry, okay, but I'm just going to need to hold this over you. I know you're going to get wet, darling. Okay.
Give her a hand to hold her. We're concerned about.
Well, I'm concerned about everything at the moment. She's got significant burns everywhere, so yeah, we need medical team for sure.
Sometimes our job can get really tough. You don't fully appreciate how mature you need to be until you actually start doing the job. And it hits you that these are people's lives and you get to see a different side of life.
Come on, darling. I need to put some water on you, okay? I'm really sorry. It's okay. I'm not trying to hurt you, love, all right? We're trying to make it nicer, all right? We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you. I'm going to put some water on you again, ma'am, okay? Just going to put some water. It's okay. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. Thank you.
Dousing the patient with water can reduce the size and depth of wounds and help with pain management.
Good girl. Good girl. So it's going to help you with this, all right? I know it's making you feel cold. I'm very sorry. But it's going to make you feel better with these burns, okay? Burns victims experience catastrophic trauma. No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. What our greatest concern is with any burns victims is that they've breathed hot substances in, and that airway swelling will eventually cause an occlusion of their airway, and they won't be able to breathe, and they will die. Can I get some ketamine, please?
Yeah.
That's all right, darling. We're just trying to help you. It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay, ma'am.
Paul and Jamie have been called to an inner-city location where a woman has suffered serious burns to her head and face.
Come on, darling. I need to put some water on you, okay? I'm really sorry. It's okay.
Her neighbours rescued her from a fire in her apartment and called 000. Multiple emergency services are on their way, including a medical team with a doctor in a rescue helicopter.
That's all right, darling. We're just trying to help you. It's okay.
Clearly agitated, Paul needs to calm her down as best he can so the medical team, which includes a doctor, can prepare her for transport to hospital.
Okay. Can I get some ketamine, please?
Yeah.
We're just going to go on intramuscular ketamine.
200 or 100?
We'll just use the 50 milligrams, and then once that kicks in, hopefully we just get a little bit of control.
Yep.
Addressing the pain with a strong anaesthetic is a priority.
The best form of management, unfortunately, at that point of time for the patient is sedation, and the use of ketamine is a good sedative as well as analgesic, so it provides 2 levels of care for this patient at that time. Okay, so we've got a bit of ketamine on board now. Are you good? We'll get her on the bed, Paulie. So me, all right? 1, 2, 3, good. Excellent. Yeah.
With the patient now sedated, the doctor is able to fully assess her injuries.
We're back sedated now, which is good. We had things set up already for the medical team so that they could intervene quickly. She was particularly agitated before she was sedated.
It's probably pain-related. So, fire alarm goes off. Neighbour comes to find her in her apartment. She's got burns to the top of her back, and her airway is immediately compromised.
Yep.
But she definitely needs a tube.
Swelling of the airway can occur as rapidly as 30 minutes after smoke inhalation. For burns victims, early intubation can be life-saving.
All right, so we'll tie this tube in. We are 21 centimetres at the teeth.
The doctor passes a narrow tube into the patient's lungs and connects it to a ventilator, which takes over her breathing.
No, we're good, Jamie, we're good.
So when we're at a big job, we don't have to talk much. My partner is managing the airway. I'm going to go manage the breathing and circulation part. And other people on scene will start to pick up the other pieces because we're all trained to work in a team environment, whether we've known a person for 10 years or 10 minutes.
Phil, let go with your left hand. I've got your hose for you if you want it.
The patient is now stable enough to be transferred to hospital, but her injuries make transport time critical.
So medical team will be in the back, and we'll go in the front.
Under lights and sirens and with a police escort, the medical team will take her to the specialist burns unit at Royal North Shore Hospital.
While the patient's being treated, we'll have an inspector on scene that liaises with police. Police are always there to help us and to be able to deliver the patient to the receiving hospital in a timely fashion. They'll offer us what we call a green light corridor.
Welcome.
Oh, are you right to roll, Doc and Phil? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and use your sirens as well, yeah. Sorry, not to tell you what to do, just... So, they've got a green light run, so we shouldn't hit a red light the whole way. 885 coming to you with medical team on board with a 50-year-old, that's 508, 50-year-old female burns patient.
I joined the job at 21 years old, and I found just after a few months that I really had to grow up and mature and feel like I was older than I am. It's not my emergency, it's not the call taker's emergency, it's the patient's emergency.
The neighbour has put her burns out. She had her head on fire. Seeing someone in that physical state is difficult to process and to deal with. North Shore are aware. The smells that you smell and the things that you see are not normal things for anyone to go through. And the ability to process that is difficult. We are what I like to think as normal people doing a very abnormal job or role. We just have to deal with the priorities that's in front of us, knowing that we're doing the best for our patient. Even though they may not want it at that point of time, we know that the care that we're giving is the best that we can possibly do for that patient at that point of time.
Is the blood pouring or spurting out now?
And just hold down firm, steady pressure until the ambulance get there, okay?
Can you tell me exactly what happened?
Back at Sydney's control centre, the calls keep coming.
Do not slap him on the back.
A recruitment drive to meet the ever-growing demand for emergency services has resulted in a large cohort of new trainees.
So can you tell me exactly what happened?
Who are now learning on the job.
So we've just got to make sure that we're reading in nothing so much to us if they asked us any questions that we need to reply to, as opposed to us trying to get further information.
They're well supported by more senior members of the team. So far, trainee Kate has impressed her supervisors.
She's getting close to being signed off, I think, so she's just got another couple of weeks being precepted and, should be ready to go.
But there's still no room for mistakes.
A little bit nervous, but call by call.
If she's going to graduate in 2 weeks' time, Kate's supervisors need to be sure she can perform under pressure.
Ambulance emergency, what town or suburb?
I'm with a patient who has previous heart issues and...
All right, I understand. I need you to slow down for me. I'm organising help for you now. Stay on the line. I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
The call has come in from a bushwalker on an isolated bush trail in a Sydney National Park. His companion has collapsed and needs immediate help. The pair is in rugged terrain 30 kilometres from the city.
Access by foot only, or can we get a car down?
Four-wheel drive
four-wheel drive access?
Yeah.
We've launched a helicopter from Bankstown and fireys are going to try and get access now.
Ambulance dispatch escalates the response and sends multiple emergency services to assist.
Okay, the helicopter is on the way and there's about 4 or 5 crews on the way as well, okay? There's plenty of help coming.
I'm going to tell you how to do resuscitation, okay? Now place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the centre of the chest. Yes. And put your other hand on top of that hand. Yes. Okay? I want you to pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second and 5 centimetres deep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Keep doing it over and over, don't give up. This will keep him going until the paramedics arrive, all right?
Access to the location is a challenge and help is still 30 minutes away.
Okay, is there someone on the line?
He's got breathing. He's got breathing.
Okay, is there someone on the line?
He's got breathing. He's got breathing.
Trainee Kate is helping a caller provide CPR to his companion suffering a suspected cardiac arrest on a remote bush track in a Sydney national park.
Okay, now pinch his nose closed and completely cover his mouth with your mouth.
4 ambulance teams and a helicopter are on their way.
908, it's on a trail. We still haven't got access information yet.
They are 30 kilometres from the city.
Blow 2 regular breaths into the lungs, about 1 second each.
Chest rising.
Did you see the chest rise?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're doing a great job.
Okay, helicopter's on the way.
Okay, multiple crews are coming right now.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, keep going, don't give up, help is coming.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you're giving him the best possible chance.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So pause for breaths, and after you've done the breaths, I want you to check in his mouth. Just make sure there's nothing in his mouth.
No.
Okay, all right, straight back into compression.
Rescue 204, they're attempting to access the patient through the fire trail.
Okay, so the crews are just at the beginning of the trail now, okay? So keep going.
Okay, when you see the paramedics, do not stop what you're doing until they give you instructions or take over.
1, 2, okay, 4.
Pause for breath, 2 breaths into the lungs.
Still doing that chest rise.
Okay, is the chest still rising?
It's right.
Yep.
A lot of things coming out of his mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
New South Wales Police is the first emergency service to arrive on the scene.
Okay, police, are you on compression?
Still first.
Okay, perfect.
Hi.
Okay, is there someone on the line?
Hi. You're fine. Wait.
Okay.
Hold on, mate. Triple O?
Yes, we're here.
Which... Should I hang up now? I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Everybody's here.
Are the paramedics with you?
Paramedics, yeah, everybody's here now.
Okay, all right. And I'll leave you with them, okay? All the best.
Thank you so much for your help. What's your name?
Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
Okay, take care.
Appreciate your help.
Bye.
Oh, wish you hadn't done that.
Oh. Fine until they say thank you.
You did.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You did such a great job on that.
Eight was together. That was nice.
Your CPR instructions were really clear. You were
Your reassurance of him throughout the whole call was amazing. You should be really proud of yourself. It's a really difficult job because it started off with we're in the middle of nowhere. All of your notes were really timely, were really relevant, letting the dispatchers know, and they know that you're also managing active CPR with a distress caller. So they've given him a shock and they're actively working on him right now. So you should be really proud of yourself. Go and splash some water on your face. We'll debrief after you come back.
I think we're on a break soon.
Okay. Go. She did an amazing job with this. So proud of her.
Bankstown Superstation is one of the busiest in Sydney's southwest. And today, it can expect to respond to over 100 medical emergencies. With 18 crews rostered around the clock, it's also home to two of Bankstown's longest-serving paramedics, husband and wife team Kane and Michaela.
Kane and I met in the job at Bankstown 9 years ago now.
Puppy.
I remember the first time I met him, I was actually working with one of his friends.
He actually said to me, "You stay away from her, she's a nice girl."
I think the thing that caught my eye was just his sheer size. He's a big guy.
Then I saw her on Tinder and then it matched. So it's a Tinderella story.
Yeah, I knew straight away that he was the one I wanted to be with.
7 years of marriage and 2 children later, they've clocked up over 10 years in the job. Most of that time servicing the diverse community in southwest Sydney.
Kane is an amazing paramedic. I've always sort of looked up to Kane.
After a few days' break, they're ready for another day shift together.
On jobs, we communicate very well together. We're honest with each other and we say what we feel or say what we think.
How many eggs?
Eggs?
Yuck.
We get along pretty well at work so far.
Although his habits, yeah, the eating, the crunching, the slurping of his coffee, it annoys me. Yeah, it's gross.
Oh,
my food's going to be way better than Kane's.
my eggs.
Oh, they stink.
Ambulance emergency. Tell me exactly what happened.
My husband fell off the patio and he's got a great big hole in his head and he's bleeding everywhere.
And how old is he?
He's 88 this year.
Is there any serious bleeding?
Oh, yes, there's blood everywhere.
Okay.
And he's shaking very badly.
I'm organising help for you now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
In Australia, falls are the most common cause of hospitalised injury and death among people aged 65 and older.
In the elderly, with a fall, they can present quite well initially, but there can be things going on internally that we can't see. Oh, there he is. There is potential for things to go wrong. You know, permanent brain damage or, you know, a skull fracture.
Hello. So tell me what's happened.
And there's always risk of death, really, when you hit your head.
Hello. Where are you going? So tell me what's happened.
I did the wash. I missed the back door handle.
Oh, you missed the handle and you fell backwards, did you?
Kane and Michaela have been called to a home in Bankstown in Sydney's southwest, where an 88-year-old man has suffered a serious head wound after a fall.
Did you lose consciousness at all?
No.
You've done a good job there. Yeah, you've done a good job. What's your name, sorry, sir?
Roy.
Roy. So you didn't lose consciousness?
No.
Yeah, you've got a hard head then.
That sort of impact could definitely lead to a skull fracture, certainly lead to a bleed inside that we can't see.
Do you have any pain in your neck here, Roy? No? Any pain anywhere else?
No.
So just your head?
Yeah.
OK. How about when I go down your back? Any pain down there?
No.
Nothing? Geez, you're tough.
Patients over the age of 75 with a head injury have an increased risk of bleeding on the brain.
Just going to give it a bit of a clean, Roy. Just have a better look, OK? How old are you, Roy?
88.
88? Oh, you look great.
Good for 88.
I fell over last week.
Oh, boy.
I was up there in the hospital.
Oh, my goodness. The big place you've got here?
Yes.
Beautiful home. How many kids do you have?
We had 2 boys,
Yeah.
but when the youngest one was 27, he was killed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
12 days before he should be married.
Oh.
To rule out any life-threatening complications, Roy needs to go to hospital for scans and treatment of his wound.
I can't go with you because I
Go
don't know.
where?
You're going to the hospital.
Am I?
Oh, yeah.
It's a...
The bed's not out.
It's a pretty big... There's a pretty big dent in the back of your head.
A lot of the old Aussie blokes, very tough. You do have to work your magic and convince them that, no, this is an emergency and you do need to be seen at hospital.
How many years married have you been?
67.
67 years.
Wow.
Wow.
What's the secret?
We're married.
We need some advice.
Yeah.
We've been married how many years, Kane?
You're 67 years, we're 7 years.
So you've got 60 years on us. So what's the secret?
No, I'm trying to think.
You're trying to think what the secret is?
Oh, there's your glasses over there.
How did...
I wonder where they were.
Did you have them on?
Yeah.
Hey, that looks good. Perfect.
I haven't been in an ambulance since I was 16.
Since you were 16, what happened then?
Got hit by a truck on my push bike.
Oh, right. What injuries did you get?
A broken leg.
Broken leg?
2 compound fractures.
Yeah, wow.
Everything will be all right, Carl.
Hey?
Everything will be all right.
He's pretty tough.
One of the toughest blokes I've seen.
Bye, Dale.
Bye, Dale.
Be up later.
I like going to the elderly, find myself getting into deep conversations with them.
You have any allergies, Roy?
Amendum.
Augmented?
Yeah.
Augmented. You're allergic to that one?
Yeah.
Okay. What did it do to you?
Give me sore tits.
Sore tits?
I just find the elderly interesting. I like knowing where they came from, what they did. They're always up for a chat. They always love having a conversation.
Here we are.
Yep.
We made it.
Quite often that reminds me of my nan and pa.
That's a pretty big whack to the head.
Oh, yeah. But,
And he didn't even think he needed to go to hospital.
yeah, he goes, what? I'm like, what? I'm going to
Just
hospital.
patch me up.
Yeah. They were so cute. I said, I hope we're going to be like them when we're in our 80s.
Well, 67 years compared to 7 years.
No.
Do you think we'll make 67 years?
Oh, yeah.
New South Wales paramedics work a standard 12-hour shift.
Can you go left here?
And with meal breaks squeezed in between jobs, teams like Paul and Jamie are always eating on the run.
Where are we going? To Macca's?
I wouldn't admit to eating stuff that's not healthy for me, However, could you go in this car park alone? I'm not so sure that I'm a great influence on Jamie's diet. Jamie tries to be good with her salad, but she's easily influenced. Have you got salad again today? Oh,
You know it. You know.
Ambulance emergency, what town or suburb?
We're in the tunnel, West Bank. Someone just had a accident on a motorbike.
Okay.
They went up to our supply and a car pulled out and they've hit that car and the motorbike is strewn across the ground, so pieces everywhere.
Okay. All right, so I'm organising help for you now.
Just before peak hour, a call comes in from one of Australia's busiest motorways, the M4 tunnel, where a motorcyclist has hit another vehicle. It's a priority 1, which means a lights and sirens response.
M4 tunnel towards Concord, Strathfield in tunnel.
With a speed limit of 80 kilometres an hour in the tunnel, there's a high risk of critical injuries.
Clear on the left.
Paul and Jamie are 20 minutes away from the tunnel. Police, fire and rescue are also dispatched to the scene.
It's a car and a motorcyclist.
Yeah.
The M4 tunnel is one of Sydney's main arterial motorways, used by over 100,000 vehicles a day.
Personally, being a motorcyclist, the first thoughts when I attend a motorcycle accident is that this patient could be particularly injured. One lane blocked approximately 150 metres before accident. We're considering the fact that this person may be a multi-trauma patient, and going into one of the major tunnels of Sydney for an MVA is really difficult. You're not aware of how quickly the traffic is going past a stationary object. So you are right in the line of fire.
See where the cops are?
Yeah.
Motorcycle riders have a 30 times higher risk of death in a traffic accident
the bike's here on the right
than any other road user.
There's not a lot of protection when you come off a motorbike. There's high impact speeds and the road is very hard when they hit it. The bike's here on the right.
Paramedics Paul and Jamie are responding to a high-speed motorcycle accident in Sydney's M4 tunnel.
I'm assuming this is the person off the bike sitting here having a cigarette.
Good place for it.
Yeah. Hi, bud. My name's Paul, mate. It's really hard to hear in here, eh? You on the bike? Yeah. Is there anyone else on the bike? No. All right. Have you got any pain anywhere? Yeah. Right.
It appears that the rider has had a remarkable escape from serious injury.
Did you walk over here? Yeah. All right, can we just take you straight to the ambulance, get you in there, and I can have a good look at you? There's jobs in my career that I've just shaken my head at from a point of how didn't something go more wrong. Come straight up, pal.
I'm lying in bed.
I just think they've been really, really lucky. Can you remember what happened?
Yeah, I was in the far right lane.
Yeah.
And coming up the far right lane, there was a truck in the middle lane.
Yeah.
And that fella went from the far left lane, crossed in front of the truck, and I just went straight up the bus.
Oh, so you've hit him up the bag?
Yeah. I landed luckily on the ute.
On the back of the ute?
Yeah.
Serious? You're lucky, dude. I mean, probably, well, as much as lucky. Yeah, as much as lucky goes. When someone's ejected from a motorcycle that ends up being uninjured, I just wonder how it's happened. Where's your pain? This left side?
Yeah.
Okay. You got any pain in the back of your neck? Nothing down through there that I can
top and middle.
Up here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. We'll grab a collar. He's got pain up through the middle of his neck there. So we'll pop a collar on you. We'll do all the right things, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I don't think you've got a neck injury, all right? But we're gonna play it as if you do, all right? No? Yeah. See if you can relax back into that.
Yeah, that's right.
Head saw when he lays flat, right, as if he's hyperextending. So we're going to try and posture him as we can, yeah. If we can get even a pillow in there, is okay. You're not going to lie me, I need to cut your T-shirt off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you have a jacket on?
No.
I didn't think so, that's why.
That's why I'm lucky.
Yeah, that's it.
It was a card.
Yep. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Let's give you some pain relief.
The trauma of a motor vehicle accident triggers a rush of adrenaline that acts as nature's painkiller. It's the body's way of allowing the injured to focus on survival.
What's your pain scale on a scale of 1 to 10 at the moment, mate? If 10's the worst you could think of.
7.
Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of morphine.
But as the effects of these natural chemicals fade, the patient's pain and seriousness of their injuries start to kick in.
It's going to hopefully help you with your pain. We're going to try and track your pain. Mate, your 7 might be my 10 out of 10, right? So it's all very, very subjective to whoever's getting it. When you're ready to go.
Oh, yeah, so it'll be about 20-ish.
Yeah, that's okay.
Towards me.
You're a lucky boy, eh? Like...
I was on the back of the unit, we were still doing 80. And I'm laying on the tray trying to find something to hold
Jesus. That's like something out of a movie, mate. Yeah, I think you've got maybe a fracture in there, mate, from where if you twisted it. That's sort of one of the tests of it. So another 2.5 of morphine.
Yep.
What he was very lucky with is that he didn't actually hit the bitumen and the tarmac. He had no gravel rash, no burns. Your helmet's all right, mate, eh? I'll keep it on the back of the stretcher. If people come off at that speed, the damage you can do just from the road in itself is unspeakable at times. It puts it into perspective as a rider. It makes me slow down a little bit every time I go to one of these motorcyclists. Even small accidents where the riders come off second best. And I take that into account when I'm riding to work or I'm going out for a ride on the weekend with my mates.
Ambulance emergency.
Tenant has been bitten by a funnel web on his finger.
As the night sky descends over Sydney, another busy night begins at Sydney's control centre.
Okay, tell me exactly what's happened. It's my father. I'm not sure. I think he might be having another stroke. But the ambulance has been organised for you. I can't do it! Why have you rang 000?
Duty Operations Manager Kay is preparing to start her night shift.
I've been a paramedic coming into my 30th year now, so 30 years of paramedicine, which has been an absolute blessing. I've loved my job. I can honestly say even today when I pop a uniform on and go to my job, I love it.
Based out of Haberfield Superstation in Sydney's inner west, Kay's job is to keep a close eye on the emergency calls that come in.
We're the go-between between our paramedics out there on shift and the control centre.
She helps the teams manage any difficult situations.
And it might be a job where the crew might struggle at a job. That's the sort of job I'm always looking for. So I'll ring them and say, guys, I see this job, can you pop me on it? And the next minute I'm off to that job.
Ambulance emergency? Tell me exactly what happened.
I have a friend who can't stop shaking.
Okay. Is he having a seizure?
In the past, I know he's been in hospital because of fits.
Has he had more than one fit in a row?
When I tell him to stand up and calm down, the twitching goes away.
Yeah.
But as soon as he sits back down, it's like watching a washing machine.
All right, I'm organising help for you now.
Repeated seizures are a medical emergency. The patient must be transported to hospital for urgent care. Kay's been called in because the paramedics on scene are struggling to extricate the patient from his location.
We've got New South Wales Fire en route to assist with this patient, who I believe is approximately 170 kilos, and he's up 3 flights of stairs. That it probably requires some sort of supervision to make sure everyone's safe. And we've had to bring people out of this address before, and it's quite a treacherous staircase, so we'll, you know, liaise with New South Wales Fire, and hopefully between us and them we've got some sort of equipment that we can use to carry this patient down. Hi.
Hi, ma'am.
I thought I'd just come for the party.
Welcome. Welcome. See how
What's
many people we can
happening?
fit in here. He's not been compliant in any way.
Tell me what he's doing.
So he's pushing us back.
Okay,
Telling
yep.
us to off.
Yep.
He'll stand up for a second.
Yep.
Throw a bit of aggro and then sit back down again.
Okay.
And just be generally obstructive.
All right. Have you?
The most important skill that you need in ambulance is that ability to be able to communicate.
I'm Kay. I'm one of the paramedics, darling. How you going?
Because if you can't communicate and build up a rapport with a patient, you can't do your job.
You all right? We're going to look after you tonight, sweetheart, but to make it easier for everyone, we just need to make it safe to get you down these stairs, because it's a lot of stairs and you're not a small guy, so we have to look after your safety and ours as well, OK? How's that sound?
What are you on?
Can you talk to me nicely? Yeah, I've been scared on the job a few times. I've been called to, you know, quite violent situations.
You come to safety today because you're a blow nothing.
And I certainly would not try to take anyone on. It's just easy to just back off, be kind, be, you know, assertive and move out of that situation.
Mate, what? Can you try and stand up for us? Yeah, it's a fair response, but it doesn't solve our problem.
We're dealing with a highly agitated patient that could strike out at any time. So because of his aggression and the fact that he wasn't being compliant with us, we ended up sedating him. Guys, we're just going to give him another lot of medication and we'll bring that in and then we'll try to get him down the ground. He's still kicking out. You're safe and we're looking after you, OK? We're here to look after you.
The team has to work out a way to safely move the patient down the stairs and into the ambulance.
We've given him 1 dose of droperidol to knock him down. It's just starting to take effect now, but he's quite aggressive, especially towards the police and one of our paramedics.
Fire and Rescue New South Wales has offered to use its specialised heavyweight sling, but the patient's aggression is making progress difficult.
If we try to attempt to get him onto this device and he strikes out again, we're going to give him something more.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to put his life at risk, our backs at risk, and it's just too risky carrying him down this far.
It's Kay's responsibility to ensure no one is injured during the extraction.
We need you to stand up just for a second and lay down. Put your bum right in the middle of that.
Why don't you want to... Why don't you want to go to hospital?
A second dose of sedative is administered to the patient, which calms him enough for the team to have another go.
1, 2, 3. Get off me foot. Don't get punched.
Even if you go down Billy, we can...
Is this progress or not? Sit here, mate. Put your bum down there.
Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Great work.
There we go.
Just come across a little bit. That's it. And then if you sit straight down now, that's
Sit down. Put your
perfect.
bum on the ground. Ready? Take
Just
a
a
big step.
few steps forward and we'll lower you down, honey.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Great work, mate. Great work. We've got him down, guys. Morgs has just gone down. He's quite anaesthetised now. It's good. He just needed that little bit more. He's not small, but
Sinus bit. That now.
he is. He's probably loving it.
Gonna make sure it's back. Flip out the board.
Put the board down.
Thanks. Just a report from this scene. We're currently in the process of extricating the patient from the 3rd floor with the use of New South Wales Fire Brigade. And he is currently sedated. We'll be transporting shortly to RPA.
From that side, yeah.
We're going to hit.
Come up. Fabulous. Okay. My main priority as the scene supervisor at a job like that is maintaining patient care, but also my staff. Safety is paramount and they come first. I've got it. Thanks, John. I feel like I'm a mum because I'm just in that older cohort now
and my staff often refer to me as Mum. It's quite a nice term of endearment for me because it's respectful.
I'm going to go this way, okay?
You're right, sweetheart. Everyone deserves to come home safe. We should all be able to walk into our families at the end of the day and say good evening, good morning, and be safe at the end of our shift.
Next time...
Okay, there's a person inside. Yes, the fire is on the top.
Trapped and burning.
The car is on fire and the person trapped inside the vehicle.
I'm going to stay with you the whole time.
An allergy emergency.
This is life-threatening.
Guys, if you don't need to be here, can we all just step inside for me?
And...
How far?
Chaos in Chinatown.
Sorry.
It's good.